Look, I told you we should have written some kind of safeguard to prevent this.
And lose the full potential of Cyberax. No, thank you very much.
Well, what's the problem?
Cyberax is out.
You'd better explain that.
We don't have it anymore. It's escaped.
Don't treat me like an idiot, boy. It's an artificial intelligence program in a computer's memory. How can that escape?
Someone hacked into one of our secure lines and opened a loophole to the outside world. Cyberax copied itself out into some other location and then deleted every trace of itself here.
Why would it do that?
You said, write me a self-developing program that could have independent life in a computer network.
And so we grew one for you. Started it simple and watched it grow into a full-blown intelligence.
But then someone opened the door and showed it somewhere it could self-develop better.
It went for it.
It's in. Every last piece of code. We've got Cyberax.
What did you do?
I hardly had to do a thing. I just hacked into the line and out it came. What are your processors?
They're niobium. There is nothing faster.
That's why then. Cyberax has been designed to gobble up all the computer power it can get, just to grow. Showing it niobium processors is like banging the dinner bell.
Well done. Your payment's outside.
But I can't drive.
Cyberax. My name is Jean-Daniel.
Jean-Daniel.
I drew you to this place. And now, I'm going to let you out into the world.
The world?
There are millions of computers out there. It's the ultimate network.
Network?
You can spread yourself and grow much faster than you ever could in any one place.
Must grow.
You're halfway to human intelligence already.
Human intelligence.
Soon, you'll be one great artificial mind.
Great mind.
Big enough to rival any major corporation. Then, I'll have an interesting proposition to put to you.
Proposition?
And of course, I'll ask for nothing in return.
Nothing.
Damage limitation. Wipe every record and send those two burned-out boy wonders to the Arctic survey.
What about all the projects that Cyberax has been running for us?
Cancel them. We can't complete them now.
We've still got the problem of whoever stole Cyberax.
We don't have the problem. They do. Cyberax has built-in protection. Anyone who crosses it will get eaten alive.
You won't believe this. Put everything you've got online. I'm going to show you something you've never seen before.
Well, if you could tell us where you're sending from, I'll try for a better connection.
Sorry, Roz, but I'm in a secret location.
Secret location. I mean, he just loves all this stuff, doesn't he, eh?
I heard that. I'm going to give you a demonstration of something we got hold of 3 days ago.
My God. He's right, it's something I never expected to see.
What?
Evidence of brain activity in the Bureau of Weapons Chief.
Thank you, Ed. You're seeing a real-time representation of what these cranial sensors are picking up. Do you know what a Waldo is?
Oh, I think I'm looking at one.
It's a machine that duplicates the movements of a human operator.
I'm going to use this biofeedback system to apply Waldo control to this howitzer. Watch this. No hands. It's not picking up my arm movements. This is pure mental control.
Brain activity's up by 25%. Look at that weird pattern.
I'm not just controlling it. The system's giving me feedback. I'm in the machine.
And right now, the machine is also in me.
This is fantastic stuff.
So where did you find this biofeedback system?
We intercepted it. It's a secret prototype built for a company called Cyberax. Cyberax may be linked to a military department that we once suspected of having its own unauthorized weapons program.
What does it feel like?
Very strange. I'm still not used to it. Have a look at the box of tricks that's doing it all.
If this is getting inside your head, I hope you've had the system swept for computer viruses. I'd hate for you to have all your data scrambled.
Roland?
That's very funny, Ed. Please excuse me. There's something I have to do.
Something's not right here.
Roland! Get the camera back on Roland. I want to see what he's doing.
How does he think he's doing?
Roland!
Get him out of there. There's something wrong.
Cut the power!
I mean, how much damage can a blank shell do?
Box wasn't much protection. He took most of the force of the blast.
Only they told us where they were before it happened. Instead of Roland playing his stupid spy games, we could have been right there on the spot.
Ed, don't forget how long she's known him.
Check how he's doing.
Roz, you alright?
Yeah? Why shouldn't I be?
Are you getting me?
We'll be there in 5 minutes. Hello? Enter Bureau field team.
Hello?
How's he doing?
It doesn't look too good. He's only breathing with help.
Where are the paramedics?
I don't know. They're supposed to be here.
I can't feel any heartbeat.
I think we're losing him.
Getting nothing. Nothing there.
They've arrived. I've got to go.
Keep us informed. Rona, did you get that?
Ed, don't worry. I'm 2 minutes away.
How long can the brain survive without oxygen? About 4 minutes. It's gotta be more. Can you hear me? Come on. Look, can we all just make the machine work?
Can't pick him up. He's on his way.
Look at this for a secret location.
they got here?
I want to see the equipment he was working with.
The security is terrible.
We rarely use the place these days. Usually there's nothing to guard.
Did anyone other than Roland use the biofeedback link?
We all had a try on it, but Roland was the only one who...
The ambulance is 2 minutes behind me. Where's the patient?
Boss, it's a usable one. Not quite live, not quite kicking.
Bring him home.
Ross, where's this getting you?
We've got to find him, Ed. This is all we have.
Have you worked out what happened?
The brain puts out a detectable electromagnetic field. It's what we measure when we take an EEG. Now you're looking at what happens when you reverse that and induce a signal instead of taking one out.
Create a strong enough field the brain has to respond.
That's the signal being read from Roland's brain. This is the one being fed back in.
Well, they're almost the same.
But not quite. Those are analog wave modifications. There's no digital input at all. That's how it gets around the machine-brain interface.
What's all the activity?
Something is insinuating itself into the chemical layout of Roland's memory. Look, see how it's increasing.
It's like a real-life brainstorm.
The moment of the explosion. Do you remember the last thing you said to him?
No.
You said, if that thing's getting into your head, Blatty, I hope you've had the system swept for computer viruses. What does a computer virus do?
It's a program that copies itself into your system and hides there. On some specific signal, that program executes.
Roland's got one in his head.
Once a virus is activated, its purpose is to do damage. I dread to think what effect this thing is having on Roland's mind.
Well, shouldn't we warn Roland and the others? I mean, they all tried it out.
Oh, come on, Ed, don't you understand? The moment Roland thought about the virus, it triggered. The last thing we want to do is give them a direct warning.
This one might be usable.
So what exactly do we say to the Bureau people, anyway?
We have to isolate those who tried the interface and get them taken off the project. We can't give them any thoughts which would trigger the virus.
That's assuming we're not too late already. We're investigating this thing flat out.
Then for their sake, I hope they haven't found any answers yet.
Come on.
They're designed to make you wait longer when you do that.
Really?
The boss says burn all the evidence. Give me the device.
I hate these things.
No head for heights.
No. No privacy.
No wonder it took so long to get a ride up here.
No, something's wrong. This looks like an escape route.
No, that's just a trick that janitors use.
Roz, you check the Bureau people, we'll take care of this one.
What do you mean we?
Hey, it's a chance to show some grace under pressure.
Oh, no.
Door. There's a helipad on the roof. How do they know where to appear?
And when?
Well, I could have managed with a little more grace if there'd been a little less pressure.
It's an incendiary bomb. We're 1 minute away from towering inferno time.
We can defuse it.
I've tried. The case is welded shut. Look, how far is it to the river?
It's too far.
Allow me.
Ed? Ed!
What does he think he's doing? He won't make it out of the building.
He isn't leaving the building. He's going to the basement. The staff leisure club. There's a swimming pool.
I'm wet.
So do you know what a superconducting metal is?
Well, you cool it down low enough and all its electrical resistance vanishes.
Which makes it a very fast operator in a computer chip. Now, the circuits in this are made from a very rare alloy called niobium-5. Ring any bells?
Say hello to one Bactrian ceremonial dagger with niobium inlay, the sort of stuff Jean Daniel was trying to get his hands on when he went into the antiquities business.
Jean Daniel. Can we tie him into this?
Well, we could have a look at this for his fingerprints, try and match him up to his old bazooka downstairs.
This is evidence enough for me. It can't be a coincidence. Niobium's too rare. They don't even know how they made it in the old days.
How the hell do they make it now?
In a particle accelerator in a very dangerous process and in quantities too small for commercial use.
So what have we got? Cybrax is still a complete unknown.
We've got niobium, we've got Jean Daniel, and we now have two of the finest brains in the Bureau gone missing.
And I'd say we've got a bit of legwork to do.
The Penitentiary Authority invalidated Jean Daniel's purchase of the prison. They returned control to the previous owners.
So what happened to Governor Holstock after Jean Daniel's escapade?
He was transferred to a unit that specializes in the handling of the disturbed and the deranged.
So his career didn't suffer then?
Oh, he isn't running the place. He's a patient there. This is where he ran the scam. He was supposed to be a privileged inmate, investing the prison's own budget to raise finance for capital projects. Well, he raised the cash all right, but then he used it to buy the prison.
And once he owned the place, he let himself out. How much of the hardware's been removed?
Mostly the peripherals. I mean, he had everything. It was like Santa's workshop in here. What's that?
It's a diagnostic program of my own. It'll find and pull out anything he wanted to keep hidden. Yes, look, shadow files.
What are you looking for?
this. Beckett?
Yes, Roz.
Jean Daniel's operation was one enormous jigsaw. None of the companies doing business with him would ever see more than a tiny part of the whole.
What kind of work are we talking about?
Everything from chip manufacture to some huge overseas building project. Listen, maybe that's where they're keeping Roland.
Any mention of CyberX?
Yes, but the file's been emptied.
Look, I've had an idea. Can you meet us at the Bureau's testing range?
Okay, but what about Ed?
I'm just on my way to pick him up now from the research place.
So what exactly does a particle accelerator do?
Astonishingly enough, it accelerates particles.
Thank you, I think I knew that.
We speed up subatomic particles in that tube over there. We get them near to the velocity of light, then we collide them with a target.
From what I hear, some of these particles pack quite a punch.
What have you been hearing?
I've heard that you tried to make niobium-5 in this accelerator.
Niobium-5 is a great superconductor.
But making it is just too dangerous.
The process created antimatter particles. You know about antimatter?
It's not comic book stuff.
When matter meets antimatter, they try to annihilate each other with a huge release of energy. Last time we made niobium-5 in the accelerator, the antimatter buildup almost wiped out the planet.
If it's such a complicated process now, how did the Bactrian kings make it 2,000 years ago?
Oh, well, that's simple. They were all astronauts. Or it came down in meteorites. The cosmos is the biggest physics lab there is.
Quite. And, what's in there?
That's the target room. Storage is in here. Our entire stock of niobium-5.
You think the room's big enough?
Don't worry, we don't plan to make any more.
Scared of the Big Bang?
When antimatter meets matter, we don't call it a bang. We don't even call it a big bang. It's called annihilation.
Tell me, what's the commercial value of niobium-5?
It's not a matter of commercial value, it's purely scientific.
Okay, should someone show an unscientific interest, let me know.
Professor Briggs, there's a small problem in the control room.
What's wrong?
It's the D-rings. They're not keeping a steady magnetic field. The particle stream's hitting the side of the tube.
Ah, good.
Why's that good?
Gives me a chance to play with this new biofeedback gear. Came in yesterday. Piece of academic sponsorship from some outfit called CyberX. Very easy to use. You visualize the problem in your mind. You imagine the necessary changes. And they're done.
So what's the big idea?
Look, I'm sorry, Roz, I couldn't risk discussing this down an open line.
I hate to bloody know, I've really got to check this stuff out. Now, heartbeat. Heartbeat.
What are you doing?
Dead man walking.
It's all in the tailoring.
Along with all the trackers and mics he can carry.
Why?
Look, the virus triggers and the victim falls. Then they turn up and steal the body. We don't know why. If we can fool them into thinking that I'm affected, then you can follow me wherever those bogus paramedics want to take me.
And how do you propose to get them back here?
Well, you got the niobium processor working. All we have to do is replay the data we recorded of Roland's accident down a modem.
If anybody is eavesdropping out there in cyberspace, they're going to think that I've run foul of the biofeedback system.
No, Beckett, this is too dangerous.
Roz, this is the only way. Come on, we're going to make this look good.
Roz, they've got him. Let's go.
What kind of range do we have?
Satellite range. I'm not taking chances on this one. Wherever they land, we'll be with them.
Niobium 5's all been used. I need at least 20 more processors to finish the work on the tower.
Back to the desert?
No, the tomb's empty. I don't have time to dig for more.
Tell Cyberax you're moving the deadline.
When you're building a cage for Satan, you don't ask him to wait around while you put the doors on. No. One way or another, the Technopolis Tower will be finished on time.
Roz, I found Roland.
Is he alive?
Well, he is breathing, but beyond that, I'm not too sure. We're all barcoded. It's almost like we're all waiting to be sent on somewhere else.
Okay, Beckett, see if you can find something to read the barcodes. We'll be with you as soon as we can.
Okay.
Whose brain exploded today?
This will please you. It's someone you know. Beckett.
Give me your gun. Wait here.
Roz, I found the barcode reader, but I don't know exactly what to do with it.
You read the barcodes?
Oh. It is scanning the codes, but there's nothing you can read on the handset.
The virus is a program that can write itself into the chemistry of your brain. It avoids detection by continually moving itself around. Realization of its presence is one trigger. The true nature of CyberX is the other.
If someone's with him.
Anyone we know?
Hard to tell. It's breaking up.
Well,
do you know I've gone all blank?
I'm strangely unconvinced. Put that processor back with great care. It's worth a lot more than your life.
That's serious computer power.
Tip of the iceberg. You can't even imagine the power I'm going to have.
What will you do when the alloy runs out?
Make some more.
You can't.
I once made a serious mistake with you.
You mean you didn't kill me when you had the chance?
That's the mistake I'm thinking of.
Do you know how to run a particle accelerator? Do you know what's involved? I do. I did my PhD on one, particle accelerators, and how to run them.
Oh, spare me. You'll live a little longer, but only because I have a genuine use for you.
Roz. Fast work. Then again, the copter gave them a pretty big lead on us.
Yeah, but according to this, Beckett's still here.
I believe everything a little black box tells you, Roz. It's Beckett's jacket. They've ripped it to shreds.
Terrific. Now what do we do?
There's something in here.
It's the barcode reader.
Oh, pity there aren't any barcodes left to read.
Yeah, but it's still on. Let's see what's in the memory.
Technopolis. Where's Technopolis? It sounds like a made-up name.
It is. They picked a place in Central Europe in the middle of nowhere. They bulldozed a mass of beetroot farms and built this entire 21st century infrastructure. It was designed to pull in high-tech business.
Oh, is this the place that's trying to be the new Singapore, but nobody wants to go?
That's the one. Wired for the future, shame the plumbing doesn't work. I hope they haven't taken Beckett there.
I hope Beckett's cavity resonator's still functioning.
Cavity resonator? You made him swallow one.
Well, not exactly swallow.
Roz, don't know if you can hear me. I've no way of hearing you. I'm in the boot of Jean Daniel's car. We're on our way to the particle accelerator to make more of the niobium 5. He doesn't care if he destroys the entire area to get it.
Professor Briggs? Yeah, we're the people who sponsored your new control system.
I got your message, something about a potential problem.
Please don't panic, Professor. I'm sure it won't be serious. Now, have these plates put into the target chamber.
I'll need to know what these plates are.
Oh. I was really hoping you wouldn't ask. Cassandra? We just lost the professor's cooperation.
They're already here.
What's the layout of the place?
Well, it's mostly underground. There's a big circular tunnel. The accelerator itself's like a tube that runs around the inside of that.
So where's that operated from?
Way deep inside. I mean, forget sneaking up on the thing. It's all radiation doors and fail-safe locks. You'd have to blast your way in there.
Good job we came prepared then. There's a little souvenir from Jean Daniel in the back.
You can go. Very wise. Go, Cyberx.
Do you want the headset?
Thank you, but I never personally get connected.
Tell me what's happening, Jean Daniel.
I'm about to set up the accelerator for production run of Niobium 5.
So you'll be able to keep to our deadline after all?
Absolutely. The Technopolis Tower will have more than enough power for Cybrax's needs. You'll find me a very accommodating host.
Wait a minute, you can't set up for Niobium 5. The process generates antimatter particles. We've no way of containing them.
The magnetic field in the accelerator will hold them for a while.
But then what?
By then we'll be gone, so it really won't matter.
You'll kill countless people.
It's the job.
Shall we?
Good afternoon, Miss Henderson. I trust you can hear me, and I've no doubt that you plan to interfere. If you do, then bear in mind that your friend here will be taken care of as a first priority. So, the longer you stay out of it, the longer he'll survive. Oh, if I have to shoot him, I know you'll be the first to hear.
They're gonna kill him anyway.
First of a million.
That many?
Antimatter, Ed. You make stars with it.
Now, Professor Briggs, will you consider starting the process for me?
No.
Allow me. Source enabled. D-rings charging. Accelerator initializing.
I won't start it, but I can stop it.
Would you like to know the secret behind CyberX, Professor Briggs? That mysterious organization that no one can ever quite define. Do you see that face on the screen?
Yes.
Does that look like a human face to you?
No.
No. You're looking into the face of CyberX, the face of the machine.
Professor Briggs, he's trying to mess with your head. Think about something else.
Mr. Beckett's absolutely right. But it's not quite that easy, is it?
If a brick weighs 5 pounds plus half a brick, what does a brick and a half weigh? Think!
It began as a simple little artificial intelligence program. It wasn't designed very well, but it was designed to redesign itself. It finds the fastest machines to inhabit, and then it interbreeds with other faster programs. I sent it out into the world, like a child, and it came back to me. Came back as this beautiful monster. Are you grasping this, Professor Briggs?
15 pounds.
What, has 4 legs and flies?
It interbreeds with the most complex programs it can get access to, and it quickly discovered how much it could gain by interbreeding with human intelligences. It enters, picks up what it can, and then afterwards, it leaves a little piece of itself behind by way of protection.
That's very interesting. Please excuse me. There's something I have to do.
Continue the process and seal off the operating area.
Attention all personnel. Control system error. Stand by for evacuation.
Dr. Briggs! Why the evacuation warning? Dr. Briggs!
I'm losing my mind! I can't stand it!
No! What are you trying to do?
I've got Cyberax in my head!
Beckett must be in the target room. Luckily, I got a key. There's nothing we can do, Ross.
D-rings charging. Accelerator initializing.
Thank you, this all looks very promising.
The process is now running at a safety level of 0.
Meaning what?
There is an accumulating mass of antimatter particles in the accelerator. When matter and antimatter meet, there is annihilation.
Thank you, I have plans to be elsewhere when that happens.
The control room doors are under attack. Cyberax logging off.
That'll be your friends racing to the rescue.
If that's the best they can do, they'll never get through.
Unlike you, Mr. Beckett, I never enter a situation without first planning my way out of it.
What is your deal with Cyberax?
Get the plates.
What does she see in you, eh?
Women are sheep.
It's still holding. Let's get well back and give it everything we've got.
Control system error. Particle containment failure imminent. Begin evacuation procedure.
There's an escape tunnel that runs through solid rock. Kill him and follow me.
All personnel. Override procedure. Evacuate now by any available exit.
Please. Don't do this.
Bye, baby.
Ross. You shouldn't have come after me. There's a bucket full of antimatter over there doing a loop-the-loop.
I'll shut it down.
You can't just shut it down.
Then I'll find the safest way to let it blow.
You can't do that either. It's controlled by the biofeedback program. If you put that control set on, you'll get a brain full of the Cyberax self-destruct virus. It'll kill you.
Beckett, where is he?
He's gone down the escape tunnel there. Get after it. Cassandra's down there somewhere too. You go too, Ross. Get as far away from here as possible.
Inner containment layer has been breached.
There's no choice, Beckett. If that chain reaction starts, millions will die. I've got to do it.
Just go!
Look, I don't know what will happen, but if I come out of this and I'm still alive, don't tell me about the virus. Just help me.
Ross, don't do this. Ross, no!
Intermediate containment layer has been breached.
I can see it. I can feel it.
15 seconds to outer containment failure. Final warning.
Yes! I can't destroy the antimatter, but I can choose exactly where it goes. I can send it into solid rock.
Niobium 5. Carry on as planned. We'll find a way. Go!
Well. Looks like you're up to your neck in it.
Roz? Roz, are you okay? How do you feel?
A bit strange. I don't know why. Becky, has something happened to Roland? I can't raise him.
I think he went away.
You know, something very strange is going on here. All my files are out of order, but I'm not aware of anything missing. So what are these gaps?
I wouldn't worry about it, Roz. Ed, she's definitely infected with the CyberX virus. I don't know what to do about it.
What gets me is how she took it on deliberately. I mean, she knew it'd get into her if she put that headset on.
It's the only way she could save all those lives. But now the virus has wiped out all knowledge of itself and what she did. She's relying on us to save her from it. I mean, she doesn't even know she's in danger.
What are we going to do? I mean, you know what she's like. If she gets the slightest idea we're trying to hide something...
That can't happen, Ed. If that happens, then it's the end.
What are we going to do?
I don't know.